Hi guys, and welcome back to I Am Besties. I'm Michelle Calderon.
I'm Vanessa Cazarez.
My government name is Jesus Acevedo.
Hey! And you're back. We brought him back, ladies and gentlemen.
By popular request, I know you guys
demand.
all love the Comadre
Oh
just
my
as much
God,
as
me voy a
we did.
chiviar, me voy a poner bien creído.
Stop! Thank you,
As you guys
thank you.
can tell, Steph is not with us today.
Unfortunately.
Sadly, she has a lot on her plate right now with her wedding and everything going on, but we're sending her our love. So we're like, who
Miss
better
you.
to join us today for another episode than the Comadre himself. We know you guys loved him so much. We were like, you know what? Let's bring him on. And thankfully, Jesus is such an angel and he was willing to do it again. So thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being here with us. We truly
I love
appreciate
that.
it.
Like, thank you, thank
Like,
you.
I had
thank
nothing
you.
to do. I'm
Like, what
and
did you do today?
You guys are the only people who invite me.
Oh,
No,
stop. No, but you know, we always love to have you on. But
Yeah.
what'd you do today? Did you do anything?
I went to class because I'm a schoolgirl.
Scholar.
I know.
Got
She's
that,
an
get that
educated
degree.
queen.
I'm like, I have to get that education sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes though.
Para que, como dice mamá, so you won't have to rely on a man.
Don't rely on a man.
Period. So you guys, Michelle and I did something very exciting today. You want to
like-
let them know, Mister?
We got an email from Pretty Little Thing, and what better way to celebrate that accomplishment and bring a bestie, my bestie, on. And yeah, we went. We went.
Dude,
today.
I was a little nervous when they told you to send my IG. I was like, oof, ya no se hizo. They're not gonna want me.
No, because
They saw my IG, and thankfully the guy that hit you up was like, oh my God, like I already seen your podcast. I recognize the bestie. He was like, hell yeah. So
was like,
literally,
Yeah,
came
Thinking before you
the
came.
yes.
The
Girl.
Piojos TikTok. And I was like, okay, bet.
Yeah, I bet. Literally, so fucking happy. Literally, it was so much fun.
It was fun.
Do you want to talk about the experience a little bit?
Well, I got the email, and as soon as I got the email, I was like, I was on the phone with somebody, and I was like, holy shit, like, is this real right now? Like, oh, this is my first big fucking email. I was like, the first one I ever got was from Laura's Boutique, but I was a smaller, I guess, influencer with like 10,000, but now I'm like, okay, we're kind of doing the thing, and I got this email, and I was like, PYP, Pretty Little Thing, X Lala Bonjour, and I was like, como que Lala Bonjour? And I opened
I'm
it.
like, why is that expensive?
I know, that sounds bougie, right? And I opened it and they're like, hey, you should come to our showroom and, check out a few pieces. And knowing me and my anxiety, I was like, yeah, but can I bring a +1? And what better way to like kind of, start off this thing with you? And we went and it was fun as fuck. We have fun. We were in our bag.
Literally in our.
I'm like,
Three
not
bags.
In our 3 bags, bitch.
3 bags, not just one.
not just one, but 3.
But
Let
3
me
times 2, 6.
Period.
Mathematicas.
La matemáticas
Quick
really
math.
came in clutch because I don't even know how much things we left with, but I'm sorry. Everybody left with 1 bag, but I was like, nah, bestie. If you said we're going to shop, we're going to shop, but we're going to represent too.
No, for sure.
I'm like,
for
now
sure.
me wearing, this is from Pretty Little Thing. The jeans are, the socks that I'm wearing.
Bitch,
the
her
whole
whole
outfit.
fit, her
the
whole
whole
fit.
fit. I walked out.
What's it? OOTD. Period.
OOTD, PYT,
OOTD moment, yep.
I mean PYT.
Shout out
Pretty
to
Little Thing,
Jace.
PLT.
He was literally the sweetest. He was the one that greeted us and helped us, and I love him because he was like, you know what, you guys can shop around. You could get 3 to 4 pieces, but you know what? Actually, he said, you guys can get actually anything. He was like, I don't care. We're actually trying to clear the store, so we're like, bitch, you don't gotta tell us twice.
He's like, okay, don't worry,
We were
baby.
you want to
Vamos a
clear the store?
ayudarte.
It's going to be clear with the furniture and everything. No.
Literally, ya nomás faltaba que nos
We're
lleváramos
taking the sign.
el pinche
The unicorn
sillón.
they had up there, bitch, it's coming home with me.
Yeah, it's coming with
It's
me.
coming home.
No, literally, babe, thank you so much for having me join you.
Thanks for
Literally had
going.
such a fun experience, and even them there were so sweet, and just I love the vibes there. So shout out to Pretty Little Thing for having us.
Pretty Little
It was literally so
Thing.
much fun.
The fit's about to be fire in this
Ooh.
podcast.
And you
because
know
we're gonna
what? So
show.
now I guess I have to really start taking the influencer thing for real, huh?
Yeah, you do.
She's starting.
Told you.
Yeah.
I wanted her to get the experience.
Comadre, how has the influencing life been for
Yeah,
you so far?
tell us.
It's been okay.
Like,
It's been good. I like it. Sometimes dealing with certain people isn't that good. Yeah. Ooh. I don't know about that. But just because I feel like muchas veces some people can be kind of mean if you don't have like as much followers as them, or like if they
Okay.
feel that like your content's like inferior to theirs, they'll kind
Oh.
of be kind of like, they'll see you kind of like,
Okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
But besides that, I feel like as long as you have like good people by your side, like tienes tu amiga who's going
Yeah.
in with you at the same time, so
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
Like I have really good friends, more friends now too, who like are genuine. So
I love you. Thank
I've
you for
enjoyed
coming.
it.
Yeah.
What
No.
was your first big, I guess, brand deal that you got where you were like, oh shit, I'm gonna make some money
Or, like,
and
this is
I'm
real.
I'm out here.
DirecTV stream.
Stop! Look at the camera.
Get it.
Stream
DirecTV
it. There you go.
stream.
Promote.
And isn't there like
And you got a bag too, no?
What?
You got a bag?
Oh, she got a big
You
bag.
got a bag. We're not gonna disclose, but you got a bag.
She got a
But
big
remember,
bag.
girls, I have bills to pay.
Yeah.
My car broke down the transmission.
Wait, for real?
Yeah. I broke down in the middle of 2 merging freeways. Oh, it was so embarrassing, and I cried. And then I was so mad too, because later on I posted about it and someone was like, that was you who was like broken down in the middle of the freeway. And I was like, y'all saw me and y'all didn't even stop to be like, oh, why is he crying? No.
What? Was this recent?
That was 4 months ago.
Oh, okay. Dang, but look at you now. You got the bag. Now we're
thriving. We're
prospering.
thriving.
No, we're thriving now a little bit,
thriving.
kinda.
Do you like it? Do you enjoy it? What's
Yeah,
fun
I do.
about
I never
it?
thought que gente me iba a hacer find interesting o las cosas que iba a decir, because like just with my family, I like say funny, like what I think is funny. And they'd be
Yeah.
like, "Ay, eso no es chistoso, no digas eso." But I'm like, saying it on the internet and having people agree with you, it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
you know, it's
for
kind of
sure,
like,
for
oh my god, la
sure.
gente ta pendeja como yo.
No, I
yeah.
felt that. Damn.
Tell me why that's me, but I don't know. Influencing is a little bit hard because you also have to think like with the upcoming of your image, a lot of people are going to want to use you. I don't know, we had a small conversation about it, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because I know something happened on your end, no?
What?
Do you want to talk about it?
Talk about what?
About what happened at the party? I think we should talk about it.
She's shy.
I don't think I'm ready. Look, we're gonna save it for the Patreon.
Oh,
you
y'all
know
gotta
what?
pay.
No, that's a good opportunity.
That is.
So you guys, we actually have started our Patreon.
Hey. You know what Patreon is? That means we're going to talk a lot more extra hot tea. But if you want to hear it, the link is going to be in the bio for you guys to start getting
Like,
a
is the
little
bio
sneak peek.
wait above or below?
Link down below. So get
Y'all
ready.
are not gonna want to miss the
No.
tea. Trust me.
There's a lot of things that we hold back from, but we're not going to hold back on the Patreon. So you better watch out. Better watch your
So
back.
if that's something you girlies or boys are interested in, go ahead and click the link and pick whatever package best fits for you guys. And we're very excited to do it. Honestly, we have a lot of shit we want to get off our chest.
I have a lot to say.
So we have a lot
just
to
don't say
say
it.
that just,
Respectfully.
Hey guys, we're gonna briefly interrupt our episode to bring you guys word from our sponsors. Woohoo!
Support for I Am Besties is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped recently launched the ultimate hygiene bundle for the man in your life, the Performance Package. Help him join over 4 million men worldwide who trusted Manscaped with this exclusive offer just for you. It states 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code BESTIES at manscaped.com. If my math is correct, that's about 8 million clean shave balls.
Yeah, and honestly, clean shaved balls are important. Just because, like, this one time, I remember, like, I put my hand down this guy's pants. And, first, it was really clean. Like, se sentía bien. Like, he knew what he was doing, nice and tidy. But then when I went to caress the balls, I felt a little plushy. And I was
Not
like,
that plushy.
I was like, what's going on here, babe? You were doing such a good job. And then I grabbed the balls, and they were just a little prickly. And it just wasn't giving what it was supposed to give, so yeah. But do not fear, because the Performance Package 4.0 by Manscaped has arrived, and obsessed is an understatement.
Inside this package, you'll find their lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, weed whacker, ear and nose hair trimmer, crop preserver ball deodorant, crop reviver toner, performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold his goodies, or yours if you steal it. First off, the Lawnmower 4.0. This trimmer is the future of grooming. And dare I say, the greatest ball trimmer ever. Ladies, it's so good. I'm thinking of getting one for myself.
Ooh, as you should. Period.
Okay.
The 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to the advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof and also has 400K LED spotlight for more precise shave. Say goodbye to his hairy mess on the bathroom floor and sink. The Performance Package 4.0 also includes the Weed Whacker nose and ear hair trimmer.
The Weed Whacker is also waterproof and provides proprietary skin-safe technology which helps reduce nicks, snags, and tucks in his delicate nose holes. Their Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and Crop Reviver Ball Toner is the hygiene routine he needs for his balls. It's like your skincare routine, but for his goodies down there. You know what I mean?
Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to their Performance Package 4.0. The Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag bring his comfort and boxers to another level. It's time to take care of the man you love, so go to manscaped.com and get 20% off plus free shipping with the code BESTIES.
That's right. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code BESTIES at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with the free shipping at manscaped.com and use code BESTIES. Unlock his confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.
Woohoo!
Thank you for joining our programming, and we go back.
And now back to our regular programming.
Also, off topic a little bit. Summer's coming. I feel it. And okay, yo sé que gente hace que, the groundhog, when you see its shadow, no. ¿Sabes que va a ser summertime? When the Latina has to change her makeup tones. Because today I was
the summer and the winter foundation.
Okay, if I look a bit white aquí, ignorenlo, because I was putting on my powder after the concealer. Then my friend was gonna help me put stones, and she was like, "You're looking kind of tan." I was like, "Summer's coming." I was like, "Oh my god, I have to bring out my summer colors." But then I left it back home, so I was like, "Let me get my bronzer." And I was like, my bronzer. And I'm like, "Let's make this a little bit more brown."
Yeah.
A little bit more color.
Yeah.
It's coming.
No, it really
I'm excited
is.
for summer.
And you know what? I'm ashamed to say, years ago, not now, thank God, but I would not change my foundation. Ooh. And I just want to say, how come none of my friends called me out? Not one
They
of
were
y'all
praying on your downfall.
Honestly, not one ever mentioned it to me. I'm a little butthurt, you know. It's in the past. I'll let it be. Bygones be bygones. Slide. But
there's a big difference in the foundation shades, so you could totally tell.
But that's literally how you tell. When the Latinas start changing the shades, that's how you know the times are changing. Period. Like when it goes from hot to cold, you see the change. You see it.
Yep.
It's time to start wearing less and going out more, ladies. And also change your foundation because it is getting a little bit warmer. We're looking out for you, bestie. You got to look hot, but we got to match that foundation.
And if you're not sure, take a picture with a back camera with a flash on.
That flashback Mary, though. You'll know.
You'll know, babe. You'll know.
Not the flashback Mary. Talking about flashback Mary. No, I'm just kidding.
What's flashback Mary?
Flashback. Do you remember that James Charles thing? Do you ever see it? No? Let me show you really quick.
Wait, was it that meme where he looks really
white? Yeah. He used
what happened?
He used a setting powder, no?
I think so.
And I don't know if it was like at an event or something that he went to, and you could fucking tell like his face looked
because
white.
Of the flash of the cameras. It reflected off the powder.
So like the baking powder that you put on. Sometimes the baking powders look like literally baking powder on your face. Like it might not look like it in like real time, but with the flash and with stuff like that, se mira like that you were baking, and se miraba. Imagine. That's embarrassing.
That sounds stressful.
I will pass away. Simply.
I ain't even gonna say nothing because that's probably me right now.
Stop! No, you look good. Today you look good. I really like the jewels.
Dude, I couldn't even tell that you were wearing makeup at all.
No, I can't either.
No.
I do, girl. Mis bags no son de Gucci, pero they're there. Trust, están ahí.
Tell me about the same way. I'm like, they're not Gucci, but they still cute.
And mine are like genetic. Like mi mamá, ella like, aunque duerma lo que sea, like she always has bags y me los heredó a mí. Girl, my parents be giving me like the worst of them. Love them, but I'm like, coraje, damn.
Oh my God.
I'm like, big ass forehead, boom. thin hair, bam. Like, me dan de todo. And none of the good stuff.
None of the good stuff.
No, baby, you're beautiful.
Besides, sometimes my eyes.
Oh, no. Period.
They captivate. They
I
captivate.
know. I'm like, the only good thing that I got, my eyes, my little hazel eyes, I veces. I'm like, when you can't see them sometimes when you're just like looking at me, but in the sun.
Oh, they hit different.
Bestie, but your height, your beautiful eyebrows, your beautiful chinos, like, bitch, I could go on and on.
Thank you. You're too kind.
I love you.
Too kind.
Dude, and those siento como like un knot in my neck. Like I have like a.
I don't know. I don't know if we were like bending down because I left too and my neck was hurting, but hers like kept hurting. So I'm like, I don't know what we were doing.
Yeah.
But we're sucking
give you
dick.
a massage cuando acabemos.
Really? You know how?
I thought we were
Put that
talking
elbow
about
in
it. We're like, after this, we're gonna go to
No,
the
I
massage.
can find knots, girl.
Really? Okay, period. Because I think I have one in my neck right here.
Here,
Girl.
we'll fix it.
Okay.
I know how to crack backs.
Oh, girl.
I'm like, crack my back.
Please.
Homie too. Right now?
No, not right now.
Oh,
We're
okay.
done.
Right now.
I was like, let's give a demonstration really quick to the viewers.
This is what I learned from YouTube.
The YouTube came in handy. Also, talking about YouTube, you mentioned that you want to start something, or
Do you want to
Yes.
talk about it?
Oh, and if anyone takes this, I swear I'm gonna like leave hate comments and I'm gonna bully you.
If you want to talk about it.
No, yeah, I don't mind.
Wait, are you sure? You don't have to. If
Yeah.
you feel like, you know, you don't want it to be out there just in case someone.
Oh no, because at this point, this is video evidence, and then I would literally be like, oh yeah.
Okay, period.
No,
Alright.
I want to do cooking with Comadre.
Hey.
I think that'd be fun. I want to do like cooking like haciendo like tortillas a mano, like making like frijolitos con arroz, and like
period.
the housewife series, like how to be a housewife with Comadre. And it's like I want to bring like my friends and like guests on and be like, okay, so today we're gonna be doing this. Tú vas a moler los chiles y yo voy a hacer esto.
Oh, I feel like that'd be so
Nice.
good.
I
That's
would
what I
love
want to do because I
that.
feel like it'd be fun. That way
Yeah.
it's like
Hell yeah.
we make something. I'm like, pa si no saben cómo cocinar, me neither, girl. We'll learn
Dude,
together.
yeah,
Like
that'd be so fun.
entre los tres.
Una musiquita, a little low in the background.
Some candles
Un
in the back.
bailecito.
Literally, and then at the end we just eat it and we give
Period.
it a rate.
Actually, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Period.
I
And
would
if
love that.
anyone takes it,
Ooh.
like don't even play me because I can dox. Don't even play
We're
me.
not playing. We're not playing.
We're all coming for you if you take the idea.
And then you guys are gonna be on the show too.
I'm excited. I'm like,
excited too.
I used to cook when I didn't live at home,
Uh-huh.
like all the time, but now, like, Comadre, you're not.
Girl, that water fought back.
Girl, it's okay, babe. She's hitting. It's that Arrowhead water, girl. It's lethal.
It's the Arrowhead water.
It's lethal,
It puts a fight.
PSA: don't drink Arrowhead water.
Nah. And you know what? That's our bad. That's the
No,
last
I'm
water
sorry,
bottle we
babe.
had.
That was the
you
last
know.
one we had. Sorry.
We didn't mean to do you like that, Comadre. We're so
Don't
sorry.
even worry. I'm like, fun fact, I'm always choking. No, just kidding. No, pero
He can take it.
yeah. No, pero growing up, I always like would choke on my spit.
Oh wow.
Really?
And when I was little, I would choke on water too.
Oh wow.
I don't know why.
Do you think it's something to do with like your tonsils or esophagus?
I don't know. Maybe it's just because like my throat's so big and
Oh.
and so long. I don't know. No, pero yeah. Like even my mom, she'd be like, "Ay, cuando estaba chiquito, like me daba miedo cuando era hora de que tomaras agua porque siempre te estabas ahogando." And I'm like, and like even now, like I said, like I'll just drink water and I'm like, oh my god, like
Do you think it like you were drinking it too fast or no?
I don't know. Like I said, I think it's just because my throat's so
So
good.
No. I
And,
feel
like,
you.
Who needs proof?
Tell me why I'm not similar situation as you, but like I have I always get like sinus infections or something with my tonsils, so I'm getting them removed. I'm scared. I am
You're gonna be
scared.
Wait, do they do it like through your mouth or do they like? go
No,
through
they're
your
removing
throat?
like the tonsil, the tongue. Yeah, the tonsils.
But you have to open your mouth, no?
yeah.
Okay.
Like, okay.
It's a full surgery, pre-op, freaking. It's coming up. It's on like the 8th. I know. I'm
I don't know,
Keep
like,
scared.
Michelle your prayers, y'all.
Porque se me hace like, are they gonna rip your lip?
No, no.
I'm like,
No.
My best friend got that surgery, you know,
Yeah?
and she was good.
How
The
was
only
her
thing
recovery?
She didn't get. she couldn't eat for like a week. Yeah, it was painful
Oh,
to eat. So it
Bobby
was
skinny.
like puros líquidos. So she was a skinny queen after that. She lost a lot of weight.
I'm excited for that.
Mhm.
My toxic trait. I'm like,
Ah,
I'm excited
she was
because that
excited
week
to
I'm
lose a
not
couple
gonna eat because I
pounds.
fucking love eating. But I'm a little bit scared because when I get surgeries or when I get injured, it takes me a long time to recover. That's
Well,
the
let's
worst part.
manifest a
We're
quick
gonna
recovery.
manifest it
recovery.
because I'm fucking scared.
No, yeah, but then once the first time she said that she tried to swallow something, it was a little scary porque nunca sabes, you know, if it's gonna be ready or not, you know. So thank God she was good. She said it did bug a little bit, but
I'm not gonna eat
yeah,
for a
she
month.
said she was good. But you
I'm
know
not eating for
what?
a
Dude, I
month.
have this other friend who, when they took his tonsils off, he said, you know, he was being very careful. You know, obviously, like what you drink y todo. And then he said one time, I forgot, somebody offered him juice, and like he didn't think, you know, he just like, yeah, I'll drink some juice. Bitch, it was lemonade. El limón le quemó. He said it hurt so bad.
That makes me sad.
Because it was like, I don't know how many days post-op he was, and he said it fucking
Not the days.
hurt. Mhm. He
Oh no,
said
that
it
was
hurt.
fresh, baby.
Yeah, he said it hurt so bad. And I was
Did
like,
anything bad
damn.
happen after?
No. Like, cuando se pasó la sensación, like, it was done. But in those couple seconds, you know, that the drink went down, he said it hurt like a bitch. So keep an eye out, babe. También los,
Dude, I love
lo que
lemonade.
tomes.
So I like sweet stuff and like sour
Puro
stuff. So
chocomil.
Puro, yeah, babe. To stay on the safe side, puro leche, chocomil,
I'm
nieve.
gonna die.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be
Ask you
out.
telling her what to eat. Like if her doctor's like, yeah, girl, you
Yeah,
can
girl.
have that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I went to TikTok University. I know a lot.
Me too.
Like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. Stop playing. Stop playing.
Graduated from GoogleUniversity.com.
Period.
Google Docs.
Mm-hmm.
Switch over to a topic. I want to talk about going back to your exes. Have you guys ever done that?
Oh, God.
I really want to know. Let's talk about it. Have you gone back to your ex?
Okay, I'll start.
Okay, go ahead.
No.
Never? But have they tried, you know?
Yes.
Now?
Okay, well, technically, only had one ex. Dated for a week. But
Okay.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
How was that? And if you don't mind me asking, like, what made it end? How did he come back?
He asked me out. Then he broke up with me a week later. I was like,
He
"Things
broke
are
up with
just
you?
There's too much going on and things are going too fast." I was like,
Okay.
"You are the one who asked me out." But besides the point. But yeah, he tried to come back 3 times.
Dang.
And each time I was like, I don't know, like I don't see this going anywhere.
Oh, period.
Porque that's one thing about me. Yo soy muy de, I get it from my dad. Now they're not good quality, pero soy muy like rencoroso con las cosas. So once you kind of like make me look stupid, I'm kind of like, ooh.
Okay.
El día que me hagas volver mirar menso, me
Never
cuelgo,
again.
me cuelgo de un árbol.
Yep.
Oh,
Because I'm like,
period. Never
mm-mm.
again.
So no. Have I gone back to sneaky links?
Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk
Maybe.
about it. Have you?
Come back to an ex?
Ex, sneaky
Bitch.
link,
Oh my
whatever it
God.
is.
Everybody.
Also, let us know in the comments if you have.
Everybody that knows me watching this is probably cracking the fuck up because, yes, I have gone back to an ex several times. But you know what? Don't judge me because the person I was a month ago is not who I am today.
Mm-hmm.
So we grew.
Period.
We grew out of it. I'm kind of guilty. I have gone back to an ex, and recently too. I'm not. No shame in my game.
Period.
No shame in my game. We're not even going to go into specifics, but I'm in my bag right now,
Period.
as I should be.
We love that.
But also, you know, when you go through breakups and like harsh times, do you see yourself changing your appearance? Or
You
like,
know, yeah.
yeah.
Like every time you go through a breakup,
breakup
like
or
te quieres
something.
cortar el pelo, pintarte
Hacerte
el pelo,
algo.
get a tattoo,
Miren.
change up your
Los que
style.
estamos feos no hacemos eso porque we don't want to go more down, ¿verdad? We like that's one thing I'm like I've never like I've been like I felt bad about myself like during like a failed talking stage. Like
Okay.
I feel que todos nos sentimos like, oh my god,
I
like
feel
Like
down.
what?
like I'm gonna like try to be like I'm gonna try to like change something about myself. Yo nunca de I've been like I'm gonna go bald because I'm like no girl, like I'm gonna be busted if I do that. Like ya entonces nadie me va a querer if I'm like that. So I've always been like I'm gonna eat healthy and go to the gym.
So how do you cope with the break? You go to the gym when you go through like a breakup or at the end of a sneaky link?
I
How do
kind
you
of
cope?
just like lay in my bed until it's over.
Oh, why are you me? I just
But-
get too in my feels.
The thing about me that lasts like for 3 days for me, and then after that I'm like, okay, I'm over it.
Period.
And then
Bad
I'm like,
bitch.
okay, time to clean my room.
Okay, period.
Yeah, rejuvenate yourself. What do you do after a breakup? Do you change your appearance?
I have, yes.
Like, what have you done like that's
I've
major?
cut my hair, and my hair is really long. And for some reason, every single time I'd go through a breakup with this man, my hair would always be long, like practically to my nalgas. And I would just be like, cut it. Dude, I cut it like 3 times because...
Every time?
Mm-hmm.
That's all you did, though, was cut your hair?
Yeah, I just cut my hair. I got this tattoo one time, but it was my first.
Do you have a tattoo?
Yeah, it's a little tiny one.
Why am I barely seeing this right now?
Because I literally
You
never
do?
talk about it.
On my nalga.
Oh,
Pero
wait.
my mom doesn't know, so don't be fucking snitching anyone who's watching this as part of my family.
Oh, what is it? What is it?
2 butterflies.
Oh,
Period.
I know. I was like, I have to hide it in case one day it get like they have to see my body. And I was like, no one's gonna look at my nalgas.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Period.
let me put them right
It's
there.
my nalga.
And I'm like, only certain people can look.
Is there significance behind your tattoos, if you don't mind me asking?
Me and one of my best friends, her name's Hannah. We've been friends since kindergarten.
Shout out Hannah.
So since we've always been friends, we're like, oh, we should get matching tattoos. Entonces I was like, okay, pues what's something que a los dos nos gusta? So we're like, oh, butterflies. And then we found a butterfly que nos gustó. And we were like, 2 butterflies, one hers, one mine. And I'm like, I have it right here. Ella lo tiene acá enfrente.
Oh, nice.
that's
I
so
love that.
cute.
That's sweet. You know, my name means butterfly, so in a way, you have a part of me.
On my ass.
That's
I'm
my
like,
favorite
what's that?
part.
Who's that for? I'm like, my friends.
She at the club like, hey, you see my butterfly? It's flying. It's flying.
Dude.
Why did you get yours?
I actually didn't get this like as soon as I broke up, but it was like we had just broke like a couple weeks after. I was like, oh fuck it. I went out with a friend and we were getting drinks and I don't know what we were talking about, like his tattoos, and then I just mentioned how I never had one, but like I wanted one. And he was like, you're not down to go right now. And I was like, don't fucking tell me twice, bitch. I'm down. And I had $100 bill in my purse. I was like, oh, bitch, like, fuck, I'll just use this 100 bill.
And it was 100 exactly?
Like the bill, it was 100.
That's how much you paid for the tattoo?
Yeah, so I went there and I was just like, what can I get with this $100 bill, you know? And they had like a bunch. And you know what? I actually could have gotten this way bigger with the 100. Like I was like, I could do it bigger. But since it was my first tattoo, I didn't know what my pain tolerance was going to be. Todo. I was just like, you know what? Like, let's just keep it small. It's 2 flowers. My son's birth month flower, and my birth month flower intertwined.
That's
So yeah, that's what it is. Me and my baby.
Was it painful?
Not at all.
No. Was yours painful? No.
I was actually pissed that I didn't go
virgin for
bigger
tattoos.
because I was like, this shit did not hurt at all.
I'm a virgin.
With mine, I like
tattoos.
tiny little cute tattoos. I'm like, they're so dainty and they make me look small.
Ah.
No, but I was like, I want it small just so it's like cute. So when he was doing it, I was like, oh my god, va a doler mucho. But it was kind of just like, it felt like cuando te rasguña, like one of your little cousins, like that.
Really?
Pero just like,
Oh, okay.
but it wasn't painful. Like I could have like, I was literally, it took him like, I want to say like max 10 minutos.
Yeah, no, literally same. And the guy was even like, oh, I'm surprised that you're not like moving or squealing or whatever. He was like, usually like girls, they're very like, eh, like especially like their first one.
Imagine.
Dude, and honestly, yeah, that's what I told him. I was like, well, I'm buzzed right now. Like, and he was like, no, like, trust me, they would have still been like, you know, moving or like squirming. And he was like, you're doing good.
Just do it.
And
I'm
I
in
was
pain
like,
already.
oh,
Did you
okay.
have an easy healing time with it?
Oh, dude, yes.
Mine too.
I actually feel like I didn't even like scab or anything because it's so tiny. Like,
Mine barely did.
yeah, same.
Like,
barely.
Like it got to the point I was taking care of it. Cuando me bañaba, I'd be like, oh, I have this. And then I was like, let me wash it with the special soap.
Yeah.
I'm a virgin. I'm a virgin for tattoos. Both of my parents are heavily tatted. Like, I want to get a tattoo. I grew up around tattoos, like going to shops with my parents. I love the smell of it and everything. I don't know, because it's going to be on my body forever. And once I do it, I know I'm not going to stop. Like, I'm probably going to carry on the traits that my parents have of like getting tattoos everywhere. So when I do it, can you guys like come with me?
I'm down.
I know.
I might even get one.
Then-
I'm like, we might go soon.
Let us know with tiempo so we can all get one.
I'm like, I always change my parents when I go through a breakup, but I haven't done the tattoo thing. I mean, I've always been like risky about it. I've gotten a nose piercing when I got drunk, but I work at In-N-Out and you can't have that. So here I am ripping it out at freaking like 2 a.m, drunk, crying.
Oh my God.
It was so painful. I did that. I cut my hair. I've done so much to myself.
Sorry, ripping what out?
I had a nose piercing.
You ripped it out when you were drunk?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I forgot. Like, I got it drunk.
Oh.
And I was like, fuck, I work at In-N-Out. We cannot have this shit.
Oh.
So I just completely forgot. I ripped that hoe out. I've done so much. But I've done so much to myself after a breakup. Like, you will see me cut my hair. Like, last year, my hair was short. I don't know if you guys saw. Like, I posted, like, an old video.
I think I did.
Hair was short. I get piercings all the time. But tattoos, I haven't touched yet because I want it to be nice.
I got
when I go, you guys better
piercing. I pierced my nose, not after a breakup or anything, just for fun with my mom. We went to go get it done together. But dude, I don't know if you guys you don't have one. But I don't know if I ever had. Well, you took it off the next day.
Y luego se me hizo una bola.
You're like, ustedes no saben.
No saben. No, dude.
It was bad.
Comment down below if this happened to y'all. Like, dude, I literally only lasted like a month porque every time I was like sleeping, like my cobija would get caught on it, or like my pillow, or just it would get caught on everything, bro. My shirt, my sweat, like, and it was always being yanked out all the time, and I was always having to stick it back in, and it hurt so bad, so bad. And I was like, bruh, I can't do this shit. Like, it would barely start healing, and then I'd yank it out again. Like with the cobija or with something, dude. At one point, like towards the end, when I decided to take it out, was porque se me hizo como una bola.
Oh yeah, I got one of those
like
too.
it was getting hurt.
That shit
I was like,
hurted.
bro, fuck that.
Don't
So I
get a
took it
nose
out. I
piercing,
couldn't do it.
Comadre. That shit gonna hurt.
But you know what I could do?
What?
A tea party.
Hey, we can't spill the tea.
All right, y'all.
Let's get into it.
So we're going to jump into our tea party. So we're going to go ahead and start with this one. So
Which one?
I'm going to read the first one.
Okay.
I am a lesbian and used to have sex with my best friend before we became close, but she isn't gay. How do I tell her I still want to fuck her, no strings attached, without ruining the friendship?
You just tell her, hey, want to fuck with no strings attached, and like, let's not ruin the friendship.
Yeah. I mean, you guys were already fucking before, if I'm
Yeah.
reading this correctly.
Yeah, that way at least now you have boundaries, and it's like she can set up boundaries too.
Yeah.
Definitely. Just
I say just be honest.
Just
'cause
be
like,
honest. Yeah.
just be like, hey, you know how we did that?
Yeah.
Can we keep doing?
You keep doing it, but no strings attached.
Yeah, period.
I don't feel like anything.
Hey besties, so I've been seeing this guy for over a year now. We hang out every weekend and every other day during the week. We buy each other gifts for special occasions and just as a random surprise, as well as also sharing each other's locations, but he doesn't want to be in a relationship. He doesn't see any girls since we started actually doing things together, but he does hang out with girlfriends though. We do argue here and there about silly things. We see each other as best friends, and he's accepted me for who I am and my past. He knows I messed about with his twin.
What?
He knows I messed about with him twin. I'm assuming his twin, LOL. And I also risked my job
I'm assuming just to keep
our friendship relationship. Is this a situation you would call it quits or keep it going and see where it goes? The only thing I can relate to is I had this thing with this guy for months where it was like that, where we were practically like boyfriend and girlfriend. We did the date thing, we did the meeting each other's families things. It was literally practically like a relationship, but he never asked me. And after a couple months of waiting, I was like, you know what? I had the conversation with him. I was like, honestly, look, like we obviously vibe. We obviously like each other. We're having sex. We met each other's family. Like, it's all there. You just haven't asked me. And I was like, where is this going? Like, do you see a future with me? Like, you know, I just want to know where we stand, you know, because if you don't see anything serious with me, let me know right now, because I don't want to keep wasting my time, because obviously I'm getting attached and I like you, I'm into you. And he told me that he did not want anything serious, that he did not want a relationship, and that's how he felt. And I respected it, and it hurt, but I cut that man off, and I was like, okay, you know what? Like, then this isn't going to work, because I don't want to invest my time and energy into someone that's not going to, you know, give me some sort of commitment. And it was hard. I cried, and I remember being really upset. But a week later, he showed up in my doorstep with flowers, and he regretted the whole thing, and he asked me to be his girlfriend. So honestly, I genuinely think that these are one of the, at least in the, if you want to be with him, I think you should be straight up about what you want. And if he's real about you, then he's going to reciprocate. And if not, let that man go.
If he wanted to,
Did you say yes?
Yes, I said yes.
Purr.
Yep. And you know what? The night before, because He actually showed up at my doorstep with flowers because the night before he texted me and called me and I did not answer that man.
I love that for you, though.
I didn't answer that
I
man.
like it when they beg a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
And me hice del rogar. Like, I was like, bro, I'm not going to text him. I'm not going to call him or text him back at the first time that he hits me up. No, babe. So any of y'all watching, I did not call or text that man back. And then he still even sent me like a YouTube song like that he was dedicating to me.
Was in his feels.
No reply, nothing.
He was in his
And
feels.
he showed up in my doorstep first thing the next morning with flowers. So if he wants to, he will.
If he wanted to, he would. I agree with that. Okay, so for this last year, me and this guy have been on and off. Let's say his name is Jay. It always has to be the fucking Jay. In the beginning, Jay was all about being with me, but one day he just disappeared without any explanation. He came back out of nowhere and we started all over again. I really like this guy and I see myself with him. But the other day he calls me. I have deleted his number before I was over him and the fact that I was being played. He's asking me how I am and if I'm doing good. I tell him I'm fine. So then he starts talking like as if nothing happened. So lately when he calls, I'm just not that interested, but I keep talking to him. Then on Thursday, we hang out, and honestly, I didn't feel a connection like the first time. I also tried to kiss him, and he said he wasn't ready for that yet, and that he wanted to start all over, but he eventually wants to do that. Over the phone, he says one thing, but in person, it's different. I really want to hear advice because I don't think so.
No.
Because I keep hold on. I really want to hear advice because I want to keep liking him, but something tells me to drop him. So, I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of going through something like that right now, and I definitely agree with the starting over, but I feel like it has to be to like an extent, like how long, and also like if you're not feeling anything on your end, and it also just depends on the relationship you guys had before, but it's all up to you, to be honest, and how you feel. And if you don't feel a connection, I would just say drop it because then you're entertaining something that you don't feel like is going to go anywhere. And then also with him, it's just different for guys, I want to say, because I know as a girl, I like to take things a little bit slow, especially from starting over with somebody that I didn't talk to for like a long time. So yeah, just wait out those little, I guess, chances or the feelings and see how you're feeling and have another conversation with him about it and see where it takes you.
I have a little bit of a twist to it.
Oh, okay.
I think. Okay, one thing que no me gustó about this is que the fact that he just disappeared. Because I'm like, so obviously not trying to ruffle any feathers or decir nada, pero I'm like, that tells me I was a second chance if he just dropped me like that. Because or he was going through something, but I'm like, if the fact that he didn't mention anything and he acted like nothing happened, that kind of makes me think like, oh, he was talking to someone, was like, oh, I'm gonna put all my energy in her, and then once that didn't work out, he's like, oh, I'm gonna go back to her.
Yeah, didn't have the courtesy to like say something.
And that's something que a mí no me gusta. I'm like, not the second choice.
I agree.
Like, no. And about that, like not feeling the connection, I feel that. So I'm like, maybe you can just like put your boundaries with him and be like, oh, we can hang out and like we can be friends and see where it goes. Pero I say, don't get your expectations up because if he did it once, he might do it again. Remember, es un hombre.
Yep.
That's the issue.
And men
That's a big red flag right there.
And men don't have anything but the audacity. So, all right, this is a good one. So, how do I tell a coworker that I was with her man while they were together? Background, I met this guy on Bumble, hung out for 2 months, then started this new job. I'm higher management and his girlfriend is front desk. Then broke it off with him 2 months into my new job, and I was talking with her, and we, as in the whole office, went out for dinner and drinks, and her man came, and it was him. My other coworker noticed the vibes, and he asked me if I had something to do with him, and I said yeah. He told me I should tell her, but me and him weren't much. The next day, he messaged me begging me not to tell her since he just proposed to her a week before we broke things off. Don't know what to do, like it's girl code, but me and him were just vibing, hanging out and fucking, nothing more.
Okay, but if
Snitch on him.
Yeah, for real, if he was doing it behind her back, I don't feel like it would sit right in my conscience to just let her get married to somebody like that. It's not my place, but at the same time, it is my place, especially if it's in like a work setting. It's just the whole situation. It's a tricky situation, but I definitely would have a conversation with her about it. Even if nothing happened, just be like, hey, girl, just so you know.
Para que sepa que, like, no se está haciendo la ridícula.
Yeah.
Because me personally, girl, I'm snitching. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo voy a decir. I'm going to be like,
Yeah.
yo getting married porque me estaba amando el otro día.
Yeah.
What?
Like,
I'm
this
like,
girl is about to change her whole life. Marry this man. Like, this is life-changing. This is a huge step. And for her to be doing it with this man who was just straight up cheating on her, like, that is so fucked up. Like,
Even if
honestly,
it just says hanging out, but still behind her back.
I genuinely feel like, si me la pensaría twice, like, if they weren't getting married, like, I probably would think about it. But the fact that they're getting married.
And he proposed a week before.
Yeah, like,
he ain't shit.
it just wouldn't sit right by me that this girl is doing all of this and she doesn't really know the kind of man she's getting into bed with. So, that's just my opinion.
Yep. Listen to your friend, and if you
I
want,
also
listen
think
to us.
If it was a guy and that was homie, he would have told right away.
Yeah.
He would not have been overthinking. He would not have thought
You're
like,
like, oh, yo,
like,
girl.
what that, like, after cause of this. He would have just been like, oh, I sleep with her. So, girl.
Les vale. I think you
Say
should
dile.
too. Yep.
Dile.
Yep. My boyfriend is 23 and is already showing balding. I do notice his family makes side comments to his face, and I see he does get low-key embarrassed. He's never mentioned anything to me, but of course I can see it. How can I address the issue without him feeling embarrassed? I love him regardless, and of course it doesn't faze me.
Okay, well, I dated a bald man for 2 years. So if you don't have an issue with balding, then and you love him, obviously just how would you bring up the conversation though? I'm trying to think in like a respectful way.
This is what I would say. I would be like, hey baby, I want to bring up this conversation because I've noticed it's something that's been brought up while we're around a family, and I just want to know that I pick up when your family makes up comments about your hair, and I just want to know, like, are you okay? How are you feeling about the comments? I know they could be very hurtful. Do you want to talk about it? You know, and I feel like that can open the conversation and not make it about you pointing it out, but just addressing that you realize that it makes him uncomfortable when his family brings it up, and just to see how, check in with him, see how he's feeling, you know, if he's feeling hurt, if he wants to talk about it, if there's maybe something he even wants to do about it, you know, just ask him, you know, bring it up as if, like, you know, you're just mentioning it because his family does it and comments on it. You know, that way he doesn't feel like you care, like it's something that you want to, like, change or something like that.
That was really good.
Yeah, I like that.
Actually, I was like,
oh,
fuck.
That's some good advice, Bessie. You should take it.
That's how you.
Yep.
That's how you.
You're better than me, because I would have been during his family fight. I would have been like, well, you actually don't look that fat either. I'm like, tú también estás fea, entonces no sé por qué estás hablando los
Yes. Y siempre.
I literally would have been like, Toya está chulo though.
Period.
I'm like, y por eso se la mamo. Yeah. I'm like, yeah.
How about this one? If you were in a relationship, are you okay with your boyfriend liking following other girls' accounts to show off their bodies? What if you ask them multiple times and they still do it? How do we feel about that? I'm gonna start. Maybe I don't really have an opinion for this, because unfortunately I did get word that I ended a relationship because somebody slid in my DMs or somebody liked my pictures and the other girl didn't like it. What a small world, right? So one of my homies hits me up and he's like, hey dude, like I have something to tell you. And I'm like, okay, like what's up? It's pretty late, like is it bad? It's like, yeah, one of my homegirls like told me that their relationship ended because I guess the guy was in your DMs or something happened. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, sometimes you just don't have control over what guys like. But if it makes you uncomfortable and if he keeps doing it to some extent, like if he's liking the homegirl's pictures, then like, you know, it's cool. But if it's like, I don't know, it's kind of hard. But he has to respect in some type of way, like what you have to say. What do you think?
I think that you can't really control what someone else does. So I'd kind of be like, I'd be like, I don't like that you do that because it makes me feel bad. Like, I'd just be honest, and if I see that they keep on here, I'd be like, okay, now I'm going to go like your homeboy's photos.
Yeah, I'm going to all up in your homeboy's DMs
I'm going to comment.
Yeah.
I'm going to message. Okay, maybe I don't message. I'm like,
I'm gonna slide a little DM.
I'm going to be like, wow, fire emoji.
Fire, heart eyes. Now you can like their stories, no, or something like that. I'm gonna send 1 million likes on that bitch. You're gonna see me up in there.
I'm like, but how come no one's liking my stories?
I know I haven't seen any of mine, but we out here though. We out here. Okay.
Hey besties, big fan, but let me get down to business. Recently, my relationship with my girl was shaky because I cheated on her. Hear me out. In November of 2021, I was texting my ex just as friends, but recently she sent a nude to me and I saved it and I said gorgeous to the photo. My girl found out, but she is still with me. I know I tremendously messed up, but I want the trust back. I love this woman to death, but what I did is horrible. How should I try to fix the trust because I want her to be Miss Hernandez? I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't want to laugh at y'all. It's just like, look, I get it. You messed up and like you want to do right by her now, but it's like it also feels like a little too late for that. I mean, like she stayed with you, so obviously she's willing to work through it,
And she sees something to stay for.
which
But
you know,
me personally,
I'm not gonna judge
did.
her,
I'm
but
like, sorry.
I don't know, but why do you keep doing it? You know, like I obviously stayed with my ex and he would cheat on me, and obviously like there's so much shit that happened, but I stayed for XYZ. Why is she staying? Question mark. And also, why? Why are you doing that? Like
I feel like once you cheat, like
Always
even
a
though
cheater.
like if you're the best boyfriend ever, you kind of do mess with them mentally, and that's always in the back of their mind. They're like, oh, they did that to me. They're gonna do it again because odds are you will. Not saying that like you're a bad person, but I'm like kind of messed up. But usually when he does it once, they end up doing it again. So like that's always gonna be in the back of her mind, like, oh,
Yeah.
he did this.
yeah, and it's gonna be
Honestly-
brought up in arguments too. To be honest,
And she's always gonna remember it.
She's
'cause
gonna remember
You
it.
don't
She's
forget
gonna
who like
remember.
messes with you.
Yep. You don't.
honestly, like if you want to gain her trust back, I would just say keep treating her like a fucking queen. Go above and beyond. Offer her your phone a lot. Just be like, hey, you want to look at my phone? And even if she turns it down, still just always give her the option. Hey, do you want to look at my phone? Do you want to look at my phone? Just do things like that. Or, you know, when you're out in public, make sure your eyes don't wander off to other places. Because trust me, girls pick up on that shit. If you have wandering eyes, we can pick up on it.
And they be thinking that you don't, but I'm like, any kind of little glare.
Yep.
Like,
I got you.
Ooh, when you go to restaurants and like you're with your date and then like the waiter walks by and they kind of like glance.
Yep.
I'm like,
Yeah, that's so
I'm like,
disrespectful.
what are you looking at?
Like,
What are you
you're on a
looking
date
at?
with me or with everybody and their mama up in this bitch. You're on a date with me, so I don't hear, buddy.
I was with my high school sweetheart for about almost 8 years, on and off. No one's ever cheated. But time went by and things between us changed. We aren't the same people we were back when we first met. And I don't know, somewhere in time, I guess we lost our spark. So we mutually decided to break up on good terms. And we've hung out as friends, but low-key, I still feel something for him sometimes. Now my question is, should I keep him around as a friend and let time do its thing? Or should I just let him go completely? I feel like that's a tricky one because people are never going to be the same. That's just part of evolution. Humans change and grow. And I feel like the important thing here is for you guys to know that you guys will change and grow. But obviously you have to do it together, you know, but respecting your individuality, you know, committing to always loving and caring for the new people you guys are becoming at every new stage in your life. I feel like if you have that commitment, you guys can grow together. And definitely the spark, I get what you mean about losing the spark, but you can always regain it. Because I mean, love, you're never going to feel that intense, like love you felt always, you know, like that dies out with time. It doesn't mean you don't love each other, you don't care for each other anymore. It just means that you guys know each other now, you guys are comfortable and you guys feel safe, you know. Those are all good things. But obviously, if you want to feel a little something, you know, you guys can always do a lot of things to, you know, light up that spark again, you know, be spontaneous, do a lot of things that you guys don't normally do, get out of your comfort zone, you know, just to get each other feeling something again, you know. I also think that
Like, I have a lot to say. Because
go
I was
ahead.
with I know exactly how you feel. I had my high school sweetheart that I was with since I was a sophomore up until I was almost 21. We were on and off. None of us, I think he did kind of go behind my back, but I never saw it like set in stone. And I completely get where you're coming from when you say you lose feelings and you grow apart, because obviously high school you is way more fucking different than you growing up into your 20s or 30s, whatever age that you are, unfortunately, I felt like I was like in a stage of my life where he was ready to settle down and I wasn't ready to settle down. And also I felt like we could have stayed friends, but at the same time, he was just seeing other people as I was too. And there was a time where I got with like that one toxic ex and he got with some other girl, and right after he knocked her up and got her pregnant, and I was like, damn, the one that got away. But at the same time, it's like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And I suggest keeping them as friends, but like I said, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If
Don't
the
force
connection's
the
still
outcome.
there,
Yeah,
it's
let
gonna
it
be
flow.
there. For me, unfortunately, that didn't happen. We drifted, and right after me, he got a girl pregnant.
Yeah.
And now he has a kid, and God bless him. I hope he's good. We
Yeah.
haven't talked, and I still care and love for him because he was like my first love, my first everything. So whatever makes you happy, babe.
I'm a true believer that what's meant for you will always be for you. Even
Yeah.
if you guys separate, if it's truly meant to be, you guys will find a way back
I
to
always
each
thought
other.
that too.
Yeah. So genuinely, like, if you feel like you care for him and love him and want to keep him as a friend, because maybe you feel like right now things as a couple aren't working, and you guys can definitely do that.
Stay friends.
But if it hurts you, obviously, I would definitely recommend setting some boundaries, because I know you said you feel some things for him. If you feel like, he doesn't want to be with you, but you do, and it hurts you, I would probably recommend to set some boundaries, just for your own sake. But yeah, that's all I have for you. I want to read this one, and then we can end it on this one. Hi, beautiful besties. So my age is 20 and my boyfriend is 29. Recently, we started dating, and I always thought that older men were more mature and just better. And I come to find out this man has no car, no job, lives at home still, and he lives an hour away. Whenever we hang out, I have to drive to him to hang and pick him up or whatever. His family doesn't know about me, and he's met all of mine, including my parents. I don't know what to do, sis. I feel like I'm being used. He also has never offered to pay for gas or has never even bought me anything like flowers or at least a meal. He swears he loves me, but just shows me nothing to prove it. What do I do? Babe.
I know.
You leave him.
No, and I know material things are just material things, but not even flowers.
No. Not even buying him anything. You're 20 and he's 29.
You're 20?
And you're the one doing all the driving to him. He hasn't even
That breaks my heart,
introduced you to
babe.
his family. Babe, please wake up. Please, levanta.
That's a red flag.
Take that gunk off your eyes. See it for what it really is. If your daughter, imagine this. If you had a daughter and she was telling you this about a man, what would you tell her? Yeah, you would tell her to drop that man immediately.
Because also the fact that he hasn't even offered, like, hey, I can give you gas money or something.
Yes.
That just shows that he's taking what you're doing for granted.
Yes.
Y no te está, he's like, oh, está haciendo esto, like, okay, qué bien. But I'm like, he's not showing anything. And I know
Te está
some-
mirando la cara, respectfully. la cara
and
de
maybe
mensa.
his love language is like personal time or something like that. But I'm like, that still doesn't like make up for the fact that que, like,
this is not a man, babe. This is still a child. And you know what? I genuinely feel like Jesus said, like, if he would have at least offered to pay for gas or a meal, or maybe he just doesn't have a job right now because he's in between jobs, or some like a tragic reason for him to not have a car, like, if there's explanations, like, okay, I can understand that. But this is pretty obvious that this man is just still a child and he's just completely using you. He hasn't even bothered to introduce you to his family. That's a huge red flag in and of itself. If he's already met yours, but he doesn't want to introduce you to his, and you're the one doing the driving to pick him up, like, not even entrar a la casa, like, what? Like, I
and
cannot.
I feel like when you like someone, even if like you don't have that much money, you want to give them something to show your affection. I'm like, si no te
Even
va, like, not
having
even a
a card.
chocolates, nothing. I'm like,
Bro.
Yes.
Un Snickers no te cuesta nada.
Babe, look, you are so young. I promise
20.
you,
Baby girl,
this
20.
man is not for you. He is just using you. And please, I promise you, I'll find somebody else. If you want, give him an ultimatum. Tell him, you know what? I'm going to break up with you. Either get a job, get a car. If you really care about me, you need to switch it up, because I can't deal with this anymore. I'm drawing the line right here. And if he really cares for you, he'll get a job. He'll work to get a car.
Yeah.
He'll do something. He'll start, the wheels will start turning if he truly cares about you.
Also, the fact he hasn't introduced you to his parents, I know that that's like Like, I wouldn't introduce someone right away to my parents, but I'm like, if you've already introduced him and you're doing so much time, like, why can't you do the bare minimum and just be like, oh, this is the lovely girl who's driven me everywhere and pay for everything?
Literally, not even that, babe. So please wake up, please. And if you feel like you're not ready to leave him, give him that ultimatum. Tell him he needs to get a job or work towards a car or do something, because
Porque mejor sola que mal acompañada.
Yep.
And look, and because he's 29, I'm imagining that he's fucking gaslighting you and making you feel like it's on your head, or he's turning things on you some way, somehow. Bitch, please look up what gaslighting means, because I promise you, this guy's an idiot. It's pissing me off for you. Please cut him off.
Period.
That's terrible.
I'm like, you're 20?
That's fucking
It's
terrible.
okay to be girl.
You have your whole life ahead of you. You will meet so many men. I promise you.
So many people.
And older men are not always mature. I can tell you that right now. Men,
My dad?
No.
My dad's a prime example. No.
literally,
girl.
men,
Older men, they're not mature at all.
no, babes.
They don't.
They're sometimes hot to look at, but not mature.
Sorry.
All right, guys, that was all of the tea for today. Thank you so much for joining the tea party. So, comadre, do you have any sneaky link stories?
Yes. Oh my god. Okay. So, I'm a very attached person. Like, cuando hago gente que, like, I like them or, like, something about them, I think is special, or if I have a first with something, me quedo muy pegados con ellos. So, I was like, oh my god, no, like, I can't lose my virginity to, like, a boyfriend. Because I'm like, I know myself. I'm going to be like, no, like, they were my first. Like, I gave them this, like, my virginity. Like, no quiero, I don't want to just, like, leave them like that. So, I was like, I'm gonna like, trick myself. And I was like, I'm going to lose it to a sneaky link. And then, so that way, when I'm in an actual relationship, I can just be like, a la verga, like, I didn't even lose, like, my virginity to you. So, that's what I did, you know.
You did it?
I was talking to this guy, and things are spicy. He's a paramedic. Now I just need a firefighter and a police officer, and then I got them.
Yeah, there you He's collecting all the stuff.
I'm collecting all the jobs. But I was like, okay, yeah, like, I'm down. We should meet up. But since it was my first time, I was like, fuck, like, ¿qué pasa si me quiere matar? Like, what am I gonna do? I was like, I grew up watching CSI with my sister. I was like, I'm not gonna be a special victims unit.
No, yeah. I ain't going down like that, baby.
So I was like, I was like, fuck, and I was like, I told one of my friends, I was like, hey, Alejandra, can you accompany me? And then she was like, where? And I was like, to Target. I'm gonna meet up with a guy, but I want you to be there so you can call me, like, in an hour just in case, like, if I pass away or something. And she was like, okay, period. So I went with her. We drove to Target, which que nos quedaba 40 minutos.
Oh my God.
And I literally was like, here's $20. Get what you want from the store and just stay in my car. And then after an hour, put a timer y me marcas para, like, to just be like, hey, it's time to go. And then I can let you know, like, hey, it's going good. Like, I'll be there in 10. Okay. Or like, okay, I'm on my way.
Okay, period.
So that's what we did. And he picked me up. I'm so sorry, but I lost it in a car behind an abandoned mall.
No.
Not my classiest moment. Not my classiest moment.
God. But we learned. We learned from that experience.
I went back with him one more time after that. Pero yeah, it was scary. Security almost caught us.
Not the security.
I know, we were in the back because he was like, oh, we should be more comfy in the back. And I was like, I know where this is going. Oh. So we were back there. And then I saw a little golf cart and I was like, oh my God. I literally dove in the front seat and I was like, and I was like acting like I was on my phone. Then security passed and I was like, where were we? Pero it was pretty good. I made a TikTok talking about it. I'm proud of myself. I hope my family doesn't watch this because you're sick. Because you guys know que hablo de cochinadas. Pero he was 9.
Yeah. Do you feel like it was good for your first time? You feel like you did well?
It was 9, girl. I think I did pretty decent.
Yeah.
At first I was like, no, I can't. And then I was like, okay, yeah, I can.
Did it hurt? Be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At first. After que pasó most of it, yeah, it was easier. Pero comadre, girl, it had me walking a bit funny. Like afterwards, I was like, all right, bye. And then I watched my car. I was like, oh wait, why am I walking like this? And then I got in the car with my friend. Le conté todo el chisme de that. And then when I got to her house, and because she lives close to me, I got in my car. I ran back and forth on the street because I was like, I have to get my pasto back because I'm like, my mom's gonna be watching novelas in the living room. I was like, I can't just walk weird. So I was like, okay, so after I walked back, after I got in my car, I walked home and I got home and then I walked inside. My mom was like, "¿Qué traes?" And I was like, estoy cansado. Es como que me dio mucho sueño. And she's like, podía dormirte. And I was like, primero me voy a bañar.
Oh, really?
I bled.
Oh my
A
god.
lot?
Más o menos. Would I do it again?
Yeah. You went back.
And
Period.
was that porque, like, you were supposed to put lube o algo? ¿O qué crees?
What? I just think que como que it's so vulgar. I think que nomás me rompió poquito.
Oh, okay. Because it was your
Okay,
first
okay.
time,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Mhm.
true. That's
It wasn't
true.
that small either, so I'm like,
It
it was a lot for me.
Yeah, but you know what? You held it down like a real one.
Yeah, you
Mama
did.
ain't raised no bitch.
I mean,
I'll be
obviously,
holding up.
no era tan mal because I went back for a second time the week after. I was like, what are you doing?
Have you talked to him ever since, or have you kept in touch?
Recently, like a month ago, he's like, ¿Cómo has estado? Obviously in English porque es white. I know I got colonized again.
Not the colonizer.
He's like, how have you been? I'm like, good. He's like, when are you coming back to the valley so I can see you? And I was like, soon.
Oh, and you were like, and I got my experience now.
Yeah.
I know.
Ooh.
I'm gonna move it back.
Pero
I
yeah.
had a sneaky.
How was
link.
your first time?
I got to talk about it on the Patreon, bro. I'm gonna cut this out. So cut it.
Cut it.
That actually kind of like me like only talking. So I was half a virgin
Period.
at that point.
Uh-huh.
Funny when I tell you about that because that was my first time bottoming.
Okay.
Pero I had topped before.
Okay, period.
Pero my first experience, it was not good either.
Oh, okay.
Because so I was messaging muchacho señor ya mayorcito, ¿verdad?
Uh-huh.
I think it was like if I remember correctly, like his late 20s. So I want to say like 28 or 29.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, oh, you should come over. So me convenció because he lived like only a couple cuadras away. And
How
it's like,
old were you?
What?
How old were you?
I wasn't a minor. I was 19.
Oh, 19. Damn.
Mhm.
¿No te daba miedo, comadre?
I was like, I don't care. I was like,
We out here.
yeah, so.
We're already here.
Pero the thing is, I had met him Grinder.
Oh, okay.
Don't recommend Grinder. It's a sad
Oh,
place.
God.
Pero, so I didn't know that much about him. I knew certain things. Like he called me on the phone, me mandaba mensajes. So I was like, okay. So I went over, and when I first got there, I didn't see anything bad, pero como que me dio el ick porque olía cerveza.
Oh.
But at that point, I was already in su casa,
It was too
and I was like
late.
locked in. So I was like, oh my God, like
Fuck.
I don't. So I just did what I had to do. Had the ick the whole time. It was like
No
It felt like
way.
an eternity. Like se sentía like oh my God, like when is this gonna be like over?
Oh my God. And you were able to get hard, comadre?
What? Barely. Barely. Didn't come though.
No?
Once
Oh my
he was in, I was like, okay, period.
Oh my
And then that's when we
God.
I cleaned up and then we were getting ready. Pero one other thing that haunts me to this day,
What?
we had our phones right next to each other. So when I grabbed mine, he grabbed his, and then he was like, oh, look, what do you think was on his background?
What?
Adivinen.
A dick.
No,
Was it you?
A couple, like him and his wife.
a newborn baby. He had a baby. And at that moment, I tell you, I was like,
¿Qué hiciste?
what did I do? But I was still in the house. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I really have to go. And I left. And then when I was leaving, I literally, even though like I lived really close, I cried in the car and I parked in the garage and I just went inside and took a shower away. And I cried in there because I was like, oh my God, ¿qué pasa si like, if this, like he was married or he had a girlfriend and they just had a baby, y yo sin saber, I was like the other person. But like the thing is, yo no sabía.
No
so
sabías,
so
no
I
sabías.
I felt bad. I was like,
No es
oh
tu
my God,
culpa,
like,
No.
like I was like, ¿qué pasa si it's like yo me fui ahorita y en like unas 3 horas llega la muchacha and she's like, oh my God, mi esposo, mi novio, or like this person is eso. So I literally cried. I felt so nasty.
Oh
I
my
was like,
God.
ew, like I'm so disgusting. Like that's nasty. And then todavía me mandaba mensajes, pero like no contestaba. And so, cause I was like, I feel weird as fuck. You just showed me your baby
Yeah.
after like hicimos algo.
Yeah.
So then I just basically told him, I was like, hey, what happened was a mistake. I'd appreciate if you never contact me again. And then after that, me dejó en paz. And I
Good,
blocked
good.
his number, everything. But I was like,
Period.
that's probably like the worst experience I've ever had. Like with that. Cause I'm like, te sientes, like, I felt like, I'm pretty sure you guys can imagine. I felt like, oh my God, like
Yeah.
what happens if that was like
Your heart dropped.
Literally,
Literally,
like-
like fuck.
the other woman.
Yeah.
But it wasn't
that's
even your fault though, because you
crazy.
didn't know. And why
I
would
know,
he show
But
you?
that made me feel even more guilty. I was like, how am I so
Yeah.
stupid?
No,
that, like,
no. In a
Well, you're-
situation like
Look,
that,
babe, you
like-
were on a dating app, and that's what you think it is. People are on there today, you
Yep.
know, and sadly, it happens that people are just fucking assholes living double lives, and it's fucked up. And sadly, I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I hope that guy got his karma by now.
Yep.
Everybody, link hands so that we can send him some bad karma his way.
some bad energy.
Espíritu.
Fuck that man.
Damn.
Oh, but if you don't wait, you don't want this to be on, or
Oh, I don't care. Literally.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
Like, y'all
keep it on, bestie.
I had a
Period.
bad sneaky link
Okay, period. Say it.
experience. So I was talking to this guy. He was fine. And it was right after my breakup. And we were mutuals. He was on the boys' dance team. And, you know, me, like, was on the girls' dance team. Like, we knew of each other, but we never, like, hung out. I was, like, 19 or 20 or whatever when we first hung out. And then... we were, you know, we're sneaky link vibes, doing our thing. And tell me why one night he's super drunk and, you know, I go over and whatever, I sleep over. The next day it's his mom's birthday. Tell me why a whole las mariachis in the fucking house and I'm fucking in bed like with the eyelash like this, my makeup half gone. I'm like, what? It's his mom's fucking birthday and I'm there like, and this man is knocked out just cuddling with me and I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna leave here? Yes,
How
it's
the
like
fuck is he
8 a.m.
asleep?
though, and I had work. Later that day at like 11 or 1 or something, like era en la tarde, but I had to leave. How am I gonna leave? The walk of shame. His whole family was in the living room.
I'd be like,
I woke
you
up with
gotta
the
dress me up as one
mariachi
of your
playing.
homeboys right now.
No, literally, I just stood there. I was in bed like, fuck,
I'd
¿qué
have been, open the
hago?
fucking
¿Por
window,
qué me
bitch.
quedé a dormir tanto
I would have pinched
tiempo?
his, I would have been like, get up.
No,
Yes.
I did. He's like, come on, babe, just get ready and like, let's go. And I was like, fuck no, like, I haven't even met your
You're like,
family
I wanna
like
go
that.
outside to the
It's your mom's
backyard.
birthday and I'm leaving right now. Like, you didn't tell me this.
You walk out, you're like, feliz cumpleaños, señora. I love what you did with your son.
Oh, for real. So,
I'm like,
So-
you took your time making him.
I met his dad that
Okay,
day.
it's like with your eyelash, like
no,
this,
I
like,
have
bent, you're like,
pictures. I still have pictures of that day with my eyelash fucked up. And I'm like, so tell me why. I'm like, how the fuck am I going to leave? And he's like, hold on, wait. I'll come back. Comes back. Fucking his dad comes in the room. What the fuck?
I would have
you?
been so.
I was embarrassed.
I would
and
have
I
been
didn't
so
know.
mad. The fact that like he just allowed his. Ooh, I would have been like.
Exactly.
I'm like, no pensaste en decirle a tu papá que no entrara aquí, animal.
Yeah, so he's like, hi, this is my friend. And I was like, oh, that gave me the ick already. I was like, not the friend. Not the
friend.
friend, you motherfucker.
Not the friend with the eyelash in
No,
your bed.
oh yeah, this is your friend, eyelash fucking hair and whatever. And I'm like, hi. He's like, yeah, come out and eat food, hang out with the family. Bitch, what the fuck?
At least it was like one of those nice Latinos that, you know,
It was.
accepting,
They,
you know,
they
didn't
were
make you
nice.
feel awkward
They
or
were
weird.
Nice. The whole
Like,
family, they have money.
Period.
And the house, the mariachi was playing for like 3 hours, babe. Like they paid.
Period.
They paid good money
Period.
to sing happy
I
birthday
still
to the
would
mom.
have been mad as fuck sirviéndome.
Me
like,
too.
Oh my fuck, I'm so embarrassed.
I was so embarrassed.
I'm like,
I went to the
señora, ¿sí tiene
bathroom.
guacamole? Ay, gracias.
I didn't even know how to leave the damn room because haz de cuenta que el cuarto estaba on the other side of the house and we had to go through the fucking living room to
¿Quieres
get out.
chile? No, ya tuve suficiente
No.
noche.
I'm like, no, es hijo ya me dio, gracias. bro."
Tell me, not everybody and their mama's in the damn house. I'm like, fuck, how am I gonna leave? And I got fucking work. So I'm like, no, we gotta go. Like, babe, it's that time to fuck. I gotta go. Walk of shame, babe. Walk of shame.
I
Feliz
literally would've been like-
cumpleaños.
I would have been like,
Leaves.
con permiso.
No, for real. I was fixing my
Disculpen.
hair.
Otra vez, feliz cumpleaños, doña.
No, for real.
Que cumpla muchos años y que tenga un bonito día.
Que Dios la bendiga.
So tell me
Y la
why.
ilumine.
Con vergüenza. This is the most pena I had. I walked out, literally went, I think I said like, hola, feliz cumpleaños, fucking ran out the door. I fucking slid. And we made eye contact and she looked at me like, on my birthday, bitch. And I'm like, I
Fuck.
didn't know.
Like, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. Your son's ran through.
Yeah. No, he was ran through.
You
That's
raised this
another
man.
story time. But yeah, I left. And after that, I was like, I'm never having another sneaky link ever again. And I was like, what? I think 19 or 20. It was a while ago. But that man was fine. And it was a fun time. But that was embarrassing as fuck. I don't even know how I left. I was like, not the mariachi blasting at like 8 a.m., bro. Waking me up. Hella embarrassed. That's the
I get
last one
that.
I had.
Sometimes it's scary. But I get over it. Like that first time, like I'm like, it was a bad experience, but I'm like, literally after that, I was like, okay, who am I gonna hit up?
You're like, thank you.
All right,
Next.
who's next?
Who's next? Go.
I'm like, let me see who Snapchatted me.
Open the DM.
You're all sad, like, oh, no puede ser. And you're like, okay, anyways.
I'm like, me crying. I'm like, hey, baby, I miss you. I'm like,
I just had a bad day, but anyways,
bad
what are you
day.
doing later?
I'm like,
I'm
come
like,
back.
want to pick me up and get food? Okay.
Oh, bet. Come back. Never went back to that sneaky link.
Oh god, I don't
Now he's
think
in a
I've ever
relationship.
had
Sneaky?
and like an embarrassing or like anything like. I'm trying to think.
Mine was embarrassing.
Not embarrassing things like during sex, but one time with the same man, we were hanging out at my best friend's house, and I think we were waiting for her to get ready because we were gonna go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And me and him were sitting on her couch, like kind of cuddling and like just waiting for her to finish doing her thing in su cuarto. And I think her man was gonna get there, and we are like gonna go somewhere. And I think we were like, he told me like, oh, like let's like watch something while we wait. So like I got up from the couch to go grab the remote. I farted.
You farted? Was it loud?
Did
it smell?
No. It was like a.
She's like a little.
It was like a little like.
Was it
Like, it was like a little. Yeah, like a little like that, but
A
se
little
escuchó.
Like a little patito.
It's like you turn around, you're like,
Yeah.
Oh, it was
But
the
you
door. It was the chair moving.
you're like, fuck, add some oil to that fucking door, creaking and shit.
But you know what? I played it off good.
What'd you say?
Because, like, it, obviously, like, my back was to him, you know, I got up. And, like, midway as I was walking is when it came out. And then I still had to walk a little further to grab the remote. So I didn't say anything. I was, like, praying and hoping that he didn't hear it. But I knew that he did. And then as I was walking back with the remote, he was, like, already laughing. Not, like, hardcore laughing, but he was, like, giggling, obviously. And then I was like, what? And he was like, did you fart? And he was like, did you fart? Like, laughing. And I was like, yeah, what? You've never heard a fart before? But, like, with a straight face. Like, I literally, like...
You play it off like...
Like, it was nothing to
like
me.
a true G.
In the inside, bitch, I was crying and kicking and screaming, bitch. 'Cause I
Crying
was
and
so
throwing
embarrassed.
up, bro.
But I played it off. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I gaslighted him. I was like, you're not one of those, right? That, like, literally, like, is over like a little fart. Immediately, he just started laughing. He was like, no, that's cool. And he said he changed it. He was like, no, that's cool, though, that you don't care and you could just fart, like, whatever. And I was like, dude, yeah.
He farts too, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
That's my 13th reason. That gave me that ick, baby. I'm out the door. Stop.
Se te salió otro.
The silent but deadly or what, bitch?
No, bitch, this other time we were hanging out, we had like a super fun day. I think we came back from the beach, bitch. I was tired.
Beach vibes.
I was tired, so we went back to his place, and it was the first time that I had ever gone to his place. And like, you know, we were sitting in the living room watching TV. It was late at night though. I was like, ya no me hace como las 10. For me at the time, like it was late, you know.
Late.
And what's it called? So we were like sitting in the couch watching TV, and I fell asleep. Like, I guess I was just like leaning like this on him, and like I don't know. I don't remember falling asleep, pero me quedé dormida, you know. Bitch, when I felt, you know, and then when you wake up, you feel yourself how you are like when you're waking up, like what pose, like what position you're
how
in.
your body is, yeah.
Bitch, when I woke up, I was leaning on him, but I was like, my head was down like this, and my mouth was open like this, like, ugh, bitch.
No.
So embarrassing. And I remember when I opened my eyes, because like I woke up, I just knew that my mouth was open and like I was looking stupid. And I sat up and I was like,
Sorry.
like my baba was coming out too, and I was like,
It's like you're like, where's your little puddle of wetness like on the couch?
on his shirt. And then no, this is the part that was my 13th reason, bitch. I was like, oh my God, did I fall asleep? And he started laughing, and he was like, not only did you fall asleep, he was like, but you were hella snoring. I was like, no.
It's like you gaslight me. You're like, oh, so you're one of those
I
guys
was
that
like,
doesn't
no,
like
God, I
snoring?
should have.
Also, now
But-
you're saying
no.
I snore?
But at that point, dude, like, we just laughed it off because I had already farted in front of him at this point. Like,
You were comfortable. You were
I was
comfortable. babe.
already like, bitch, what the fuck? I mean, you stayed with me after the fart. Like, you're
Who cares if
stuck
I
with me.
snore?
And dude, and you know what? He was a Sagittarius king that
Period.
got away from me.
Wait.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh
It was
my
him.
god!
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, yep, that guy. He literally had it all, and I fumbled the bag big time.
At least
that
you're
one.
at least you're
Yeah,
self-aware.
yeah, I fumbled the bag big time, and I wish him the best wherever he's at.
Period.
I think about him from time to time, and I always send him some good vibes because he really treated me like a fucking queen. Like, literally, could be myself around this man. Was like the best, and yeah, so
I can say I fumbled a bag once, but I'm trying to get it back though. Hey, we out here.
I've never fumbled. They've always fumbled me.
Ah, period.
I didn't fumble the bag. I am the bag.
Oh,
I don't know.
period. You heard it here first, ladies and
Period.
gentlemen. We don't fumble over here. I'm over here trying to win him back, slowly creeping in.
Like,
I know he watches the
slowly.
podcast because he said he's seen us on
Period.
every social.
What's
And
his
I'm like,
sign?
oh my god, baby, you're gonna be like, oh, he's a Scorpio.
Okay, not super bad. Okay.
I don't know anything about
Pisces
Scorpio men.
men.
Oh fuck, here we go.
Ooh,
Fuck Pisces
don't even
man.
start me right now because
No, for real. I want to tussle with every Pisces man. Come for my neck. Don't come for my neck. Y'all ain't shit. You heard it here first.
Y lo que está
Why
diciendo es
y'all
verdad.
gaslight the fuck out of people, and then you want to turn
Confuse
around,
you.
and then you want to turn around and be a bitch about
Literally,
it, and
they'll
bitch.
spin you around, slap you, then they're like, I didn't hit you.
And then I've talked to Pisces men that are like, yeah, I'm toxic, and what about it? And I'm like, I'm absolutely correct with everything I say. Pisces men are just not it.
Yeah, I agree. Sadly,
I feel like through text one thing, in person another. It's like talking to
Make
three
up your
different
fucking
people.
mind, exactly. And I'm like, I'm a Gemini, goddamn, and at least I keep my head straight when I know what I fucking want, and you fucking can't. Bye. And honestly,
Biggest flirts ever. They'd like, te dicen cosas, and then
Oh.
they're like, somos
What?
friends nomás.
yeah,
Like, what are you
como que
talking-
friends.
They're like, como que like you thought que te quería? Like, I thought we were just joking. Don't play right now.
Don't fucking play.
Ooh.
That's what will end the Pisces men slander.
period.
Because sometimes I see comments and they're like, why are you slandering Pisces men? Because that's how I feel. This is a podcast, and this is my opinion, our
I
opinion.
say, si no te debes ofender if it's not towards you.
No te ofendes, bebé. Estoy hablando de mis experiencias.
You can only get offended if the shoe fits, baby girl.
If the shoe
¿Eres
fits,
celosa o qué?
just because you're a Pisces, I'm not
Si
saying.
te queda,
but
póntelo. Si no, try different size.
majority of Pisces men, I'm just saying, they haven't been the best.
Tauruses though, someone.
I haven't talked to a Taurus man. I feel like have you talked to a Virgo? Virgo man?
No.
Talked to two. And one of them has me on a chokehold. Literally, like, I am in love, not in love with this man, but like, I honestly feel like if he lived in the same state as me, which unfortunately he did, but now he doesn't. If you're
There would be-
watching, hey baby.
It would be. Like, to watch this.
It would
I
be
love
something.
You and I think about you,
I
baby.
think about you. Lo siento, bebé.
Is it who?
Yeah.
Honestly, I ship. He treats her like, well, at least of lo que yo he visto, he treats her good.
Also, while we're on this topic, I need you guys to like ship me with people. Like in comments, just randomly be like, "Oh my god, you and Jesus would look so cute," just to like,
Say
Oh,
less.
I'm down.
just
I'm
to
down.
get their like attention.
I'm down.
And
I'm
like,
like-
spam them.
I'm down.
No,
for
say
real.
less. Literally, you better
Just
watch your
let me know.
notifications. You're gonna see like 12 ads
You're
when
just
you
be
hop
like,
in
oh my
TikTok.
god, you would look so cute at me.
Oh my god, you should do it since your platform's like humongous.
No, I'm gonna do it like 12
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
I got you.
I'll
babe.
still do it, but I feel like
No, we are in
hers
our
have
bag
more chances of
this
like
summer.
being.
And do it on Bad Bunnies too. Just in case se cansa.
Period. I'm like, not me hopping on TikTok right now.
Bad
Make it
Bunny's
happen.
TikToks are so funny and cute. I love them. Damn,
Come on, I haven't seen his TikToks.
hit me up sometime.
Hey, Bad Bunny, I'm free every day of my life for you.
You know, honestly, you can run a little choo choo.
Ah, not the choo-choo.
Honestly, Bad Bunny puede hacer lo que quiera, and I'd be like, thank you, gracias.
He's fine.
Yeah.
I want to go to one of his concerts.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys been to any concerts?
Yeah, I've been to a couple.
Have you?
I've been to some concerts.
I've only been to one. I've said this before. Like, I want to go again. But if we're going to go, then my second concert, I want it to be Bad Bunny. And we're all
Tomorrow,
going to
he's performing in San Diego.
go. Not us on our way.
Dude,
I'ma
let's
sneak
just
in.
go and see if we can sneak in.
I know.
I was like, hey.
I'm going to find me a plug.
I'm
Be like, hey, baby.
I'm his twink. I don't know.
I'm gonna be like, didn't you guys know? He probably forgot.
And we went to school together. Yeah, I know who he
It's like,
is.
I'm like, just acting. I'm like, yeah, my daddy owns a stadium, so let me in.
Yeah.
Ah.
Hey, let's pretend to be security guards real quick. Have you seen those videos
My
that go
uncle's a
around?
security guard here. He's here somewhere.
Yeah. Or housekeeping. Tell me why.
Wait a minute, though.
Housekeeping.
We could dress up like
Janitors.
Janitors. Yeah.
that. Could
They're like, who are you guys? Oh, we're
Not us plotting on the
I'm
podcast.
like, we're actually like, since there was gonna be larger groups, they got us to clean up since it was gonna be a big mess.
Security or
And that's like, oh, what
not
are you
us
guys doing
plotting
during the
on the
concert?
podcast.
Oh, we're supposed to clean the stage since people throw things and it messes
Los
with the
calzones,
wires.
they're throwing calzones,
and that
we're
could
gonna
actually
clean it up.
set a fire. So we're actually here to make sure that like everything.
they're gonna be like, oh, janitors, why are you guys wearing heels and have your makeup in there? Like,
just be like,
no shame in my game, babe. I'm here
then
to
I can
do
be
my
like,
business and look
so
cute.
you want me to look ugly while I'm cleaning in front of Bad Bunny?
yeah,
Yeah.
like
I'm
that's,
like,
that's
baby,
so
babe, I'm
I'm
unprofessional.
only wearing stilettos.
Only. That's so unprofessional. Like, we have to dress the part.
For real.
They're like, why y'all taking off your janitor outfits and like dresses under? I'm like, so a janitor can't wear lace sometimes.
Oh my god, it's a little hot in here.
I think we should go.
Dude,
We're not us plotting on the
there's
podcast.
isn't there like this YouTube channel that like that's like their whole channel,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
getting
that's what I was
into
gonna say.
events.
I've seen it happen before, and I wouldn't be mad if we tried it. But you didn't hear it from me. I said
What
I
is
wouldn't
what
be
are
mad.
they don't give us like jail time or anything. They just kick you out. Know if they catch you
Yeah, I think that they don't give you jail time.
because
I
if they
mean,
don't give you
technically
jail time, bitch, I'm
speaking.
in there.
I mean, I would do it, but
I feel like
You
we
didn't
get
hear from
banned
me.
permanently from ever going into that stadium again. Pero
or from seeing the artist, I would cry.
I'd be like, don't
Yeah,
worry,
I don't think they would take it to the
I'm
extreme.
like, I'll get a different ID for you.
Hey, that's
Period.
not me. That's my twin. Like, baby, it says right here that I'm somebody else. I'm like, we should try it.
No, pero I would want to be floor, like in su concert, like
No, me
you know,
too.
floor.
Yeah.
And I know people are like, oh my god, you have to push your way. I don't care. I'll
Oh,
bowl
I want
everyone.
every motherfucker to get to the front. I want his sweat
and
on my
doing all of
face.
it in stilettos.
Instantly. And the lace, babe. And the lace that we
Mhm.
had. Damn. We gotta try that.
I would dye my outfit in like neon paint, so glow in the dark paint. So as when the lights turn
Para que
off,
te
boom.
reconozca.
I'm like, hey.
Tell me why I saw a video going around on TikTok of somebody dressed as a shark
Oh yeah.
at his Bad Bunny.
Oh yeah, it was
Dude,
so cute.
that was fucking
He was all like,
lit. And I was like, yeah, you're living your best life.
Period.
Like, it'd be so cool to do something like
Props
that.
to him, but could never be me, bitch. If I'm going to Bad Bunny concert, bitch, I'm not going in a fucking shark costume.
No, yeah. I'm like, what if that's a chance que se enamora de mí?
Exactly, I can't waste it, bitch. Mm-mm.
I would put it on and then boom, as soon as he looks at me, rips
No,
it off.
put it off.
This is who you're looking
Oh my God.
This is who you're looking at. Yo
That's
perreo
super funny.
sola.
Oh my god, y'all! I want to talk about our downest bad moments when it comes to men.
Damn, I gotta think.
Something that you've done because you've been down bad,
Down bad.
or
Down
just anything you
bad.
think back on and you can't believe like. You got one, babe?
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
Okay,
Let's
don't
talk
judge
about it.
me, okay?
Let's talk about it.
So, ¿se acuerdan de la historia que conté how I lost my bottoming virginity con ese muchacho in the back of an abandoned mall?
Period.
Pues, he liked it when I spoke Spanish.
No.
Oh, because he was a colonizer.
Oh my god.
I don't know why. Why did I
So-
get turned on by that?
Okay.
Don't judge me, okay? Pero literally, I would talk to him in Spanish.
Uh-huh.
During it.
Uh-huh.
He wanted me to say papi, and I was like, I can't. That's what I
No.
call my dad.
That's
I
where
was like,
you draw the line.
I was like, that's where I draw the line. I'm like, I'm down bad, but I'm like, I got limits too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. But okay, you know how you can kind of have like, I feel like I don't know how to. You can either moan in English or moan in Spanish.
Okay, yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
I was moaning in Spanish.
Oh my! But period, as you should.
Bilingual queen.
Yeah.
Bilingual.
You know if you can moan in Spanish.
Dude, I thought you were gonna say that you were like talking in Spanish, but you were like insulting him in Spanish, like
Oh no.
pinche perro feo
Pero
firulais.
asqueroso. Firulais, not the perro firulais. Firulais.
No, I was just down bad and plain and simple, girl.
I get it.
But I even down there, I was like, no, papi, no.
no,
I was like, that's what I call my dad.
I'm trying to think of. Have you had a down bad? Because I don't know.
my down bad moment, not moment, just like down bad in general, bitch. I was jealous of this man's dog. Bro.
Not the dog.
Not the
Talk about
fucking
dogs.
dog. I think back and I'm like, damn, I was really down
Firulais had a
bad.
hold on him.
Firulais.
This man was just,
cold.
he was just a very, like, dog person. And at the time, he swore that he just wasn't an affectionate person, like, in relationships. Pero que bien que su pinche perro sí le podía dar afección y besos y abrazada y toda la cosa. So, obviously, I'd be, like, sitting there next to him.
You send him dog filters. You're like,
I'm a dog too.
you're like,
I know.
Dude, and this man would literally, like, this little bitch too, she would fucking come. And it was
Not
a,
this
and it was
little
a female
bitch.
dog too, para rematar, una
Ooh,
pinche
she's a
perra.
slut.
She's
Yes.
a
Era una
slut.
pinche perra, dude. And every time she would come in between us, se la sentaba a él, like, she would give me the look, like,
fuck outta
she
here.
knew what the fuck she was doing, bitch. And I would. After a while, when I got comfortable, I was like, bitch, can you please tell your dog to get off of us?
you're like,
Can
oh,
you
she
please
smells.
tell your dog?
Literally, yes.
Get your
like that.
dog
Like,
the
he
fuck outta here.
He would, though, at least. He, you know, at least me hacía
You're like,
caso.
oh,
He
her
would get
breath
off.
stink, huh?
Literally.
Stanky hole.
And then I started saying, like, if you're gonna let her kiss you, I don't want you to kiss me. That's gross. And he me hacía caso, you know, like, he
Period.
would, and I'd be like, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, dog. That was what I was doing.
No, but honestly, I
not
get
the
it.
dog.
Because if he wasn't affectionate, but he was, I'd be,
With the dog, bitch,
I feel like
right?
I'd be like, so
What
I'm not,
the,
so vale más el perro que yo.
literally. And you know what? Like, he was affectionate with me, but like here and there, like in passing, you know, it was just wasn't.
It wasn't
But the
like,
way he was with his dog just felt more like, you know,
like, why y'all got more chemistry?
on God, you know, and it's like, I get it. You've had her in your life for like 10 years now, but still, bitch, like, what the fuck? Like, it's not fair. But anyways, I hated that bitch for a very long time.
Fuck that bitch.
Yeah, she could really
Fucking
catch my
perra.
fade. Every time I went over, I was ready to like kick her.
You're like, ready to take a couple pit bulls over.
Oh God. Oh God. And but you know what? Eventually she got pregnant. La muy
Andaba de
maldita
perra.
andaba de perra
Callejera.
se salió.
Callejera.
Ajá. Y un
Con su
perro
domingo
del
siete.
barrio la agarró. And she got
Got her
pregnant.
pregnant.
Yes, and
There you
then
go.
hear me. So she ended up giving birth to just one puppy, another female. And obviously this man was just, it's like he put that dog aside and he was just only giving the puppy attention. Like, he said, fuck this girl, like, and he was just literally all about the puppy after
You look
that.
at her, you're like, yeah, how do you feel?
And
Yeah,
literally,
bitch.
that's what happened. I was like, now you know how I fucking feel, bitch. But then you know what? We bonded over that. Because then all of a sudden, me and her were on the sidelines, you know? And
Now you had company.
I learned to love her. At that point, I was like, you know what? Why was
You're
I,
not that bad.
Why was I mean
You're
to
not
you?
that bad.
Like, you know, like, we could be homegirls.
be
We
besties.
could be besties.
Yeah.
You're like, it took that little bitch to like bring
Yeah,
us together.
exactly.
It took that fucking
So
bitch to
then,
come
you
out of you.
know, we became really good friends after that, and I love her now. Shout out to you. You know who you are. I'm not
Gang,
gonna say her
gang.
name, but yeah. So I love her now. You know,
Period.
she's cool. But that's my
Down
downest
bad.
bad.
Down bad, baby.
What about you?
I don't think I had a moment I was down bad, to be
Dang.
honest.
Think, bitch. I'm pretty sure you have.
No, I know. I'm pretty sure I have too, but I'm trying to think. No, it's just like the one guy I freaking that has a chokehold on me told me one time to go to LA at like 10 o'clock at night. That's pretty fucking late. I live here in the IE, and I was like, okay, down bad as fuck. I had work at like 8 a.m. the next day. I did not give
You
a
left?
fuck.
Okay, yeah.
I left.
You were down bad.
It was a private event for like some artists at the Staples Center, and I was like, with you, but I'm there. I don't care. I was down bad for that. I drove in traffic, and I didn't get to the freaking event till like 10, and I guess the concert that the artist was having already ended. But I did go to the after party though,
Period.
and I did, and then.
Was it worth it though?
It was worth
Period.
it. I
That's
was down bad because I left pretty late. I mean, 10 o'clock might not be late for y'all, but for me, I'm a little old. So I like to sleep, you know, or be home at a certain time. But whatever that man says, I'm down bad for.
Dude,
You know who you
one
are.
time I snuck out of my house like at 1, 2 in the morning to go see this guy. And bitch, I lived in some apartment complexes at the time, so I had to like get out of my apartment and then like walk out and then out to like the car, like where the parking is, and then my car at the time wasn't even parked inside the parking, so I still had to walk even out of the parking, go up to the main street because my car was parked out on the street. Bitch, it was 2 in the morning, pitch black.
Girl.
And of course, my worst nightmare happened, bitch. A fucking guy in a bike started coming behind me and started catcalling me. And started trying to talk to me. And bitch, se dio la vuelta y todo. He had already passed me, se dio la vuelta. Bitch, I started running to my car so fucking fast, dude. Got in there, locked the door, turned it on, and like zoomed away. But bitch, I was like, oh my God, not me really risking my life right now to go get some dick.
Was it worth it?
And I got it, bitch. It was worth it. But after that, I told that man, bitch, I'm never doing that again.
That shit's scary as fuck.
Me up.
Period. Yes, and he did. So, but yeah, dude, that shit was so scary. I was like, no fucking way. And then it gave me an excuse because usually, like, I would go get dick and then come back home. Because at the time, like, I think I was like 18 or 19, and I usually would come back home because I didn't want like my parents like to like notice or like, get me in trouble. And that time I was like, no, I can't go back because it's not safe. I have to spend the night here. And I did spend the night. I got in trouble the next day, but I slept over.
What did your parents say?
I feel like they would just yell at me. I don't even remember, but they would just yell and be like, you know, no, tú no te mandas sola, you know, like the typical. And then, pero se me entraba por uno y se me salía por el otro. So
I'm so sorry.
They could never tame me. No, dude, literally, like, it got to the point where I got home one day and my bags were packed by the door. And my mom was like, grab your shit and go. And I was like, okay, period, bye. And like the guy that I kept sneaking out to, like, he was with me. And then he was like, okay, yeah, come stay at my place. And I was like, oh, period, like, he already said I can go.
Wait, how old were you?
Bye. I think I was 19. And then I was like, okay, bye, Mom. And then my dad was sitting at the dining room table and I was just like walking in and out. I think it was like the second trip I was doing to grab my other bag. And then my dad was like, ¿de veras prefieres irte de la casa en vez de seguir nuestras reglas? Like, no puede ser. Like, and then my dad started getting sad and like he gave me like a whole pep talk. And I was like, Dad, pues, yo ya tengo 19. I think I was 19. I was like, tengo 19 años. Voy al colegio, trabajo. No me pueden estar mandando mi vida. Si yo quiero salir, voy a salir. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna do this. Like, if you guys are not cool with it, I respect it, but I'll leave. Like, if this is gonna keep being an issue, I'm sorry. And then, like, we just, like, talked about it, and, like, he saw where I was coming from, and then I saw where he was coming from. And then my dad was like, no, like, stay. Like, he ended up telling me, like, to stay. He didn't want me to leave. And no, I didn't leave. I ended up staying. And that day, he took me to Home Depot, and he made me a new key. Like a cute little like dog key, like with a little doggy on it. And then and after that ya me dejaron de chingar la vida, but my mom was pissed. My mom was like, every time I'd go out she wanted to throw hands with me, but my dad le dijo, yeah, like I got it through their heads. I had to put my foot down. If you guys want anything, you guys grab anything you guys want. Oh, thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Yeah, and I had to put my foot down at one point because I was like, dude, like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not gonna, I'm like, I know how I am. And I'm not gonna keep lying to you guys because that's what I would just do, lie and let them down.
That's how I actually, like, first thing I'm gonna tell you the truth. And then if I see that you're just not gonna, if you're gonna yell at me either way, I'm like, okay, then I'm just gonna lie.
I'm gonna lie, period. Yeah, so that's what and I told my dad, I was like, look, I get where you're coming from, but at the end of the day, like, I'm already starting out my life. I'm going to college, I'm working, like, I'm paying bills even here at the house. Dijeras tú, me estás manteniendo? Like, I'm not paying bills? Like, okay, maybe te la paso. But no, bitch, if I'm paying bills, like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm putting my foot down. Like, if you guys don't like it, let me know so I can really leave right now. And we talked about it, and they're like, okay, like, you know, we get it. And I think we just acordamos that, like, I had to just let them know where I was at. And that was that. And I was like, okay, I can do that. I can let you guys know where I'm at. What else? But yeah, it did take a long time for my mom to jump on the train, though. Like, my mom would still kind of want to tell me stuff. But I'd be like, take it up with my father.
Oh.
Period.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. But you know what? Talking about lying... I've said it here on the podcast, bitch. I have an issue, like, with lying. Like, I'm sorry, but that's my toxic trait. I'd be lying for no fucking reason. Like, I just can't stop it. Like, I have no reason to lie, and I just be lying. Like, for example, and I got caught up.
Where? How?
So, and I was like, damn, I feel like that was the universe telling me, like, bitch, stop lying. Like, you really have no fucking reason to lie.
That's
like,
funny,
for
though.
What? It is funny. I think that's why I keep doing it. I know.
That's the adrenaline rush you get from lying.
I know. It's my toxic trait, though. And so I was at this party on Saturday, and this girl came up to me, and we were talking todo. And at one point in the conversation, she asks me where my baby's at. And sin pensar, because I'm just so used to lying, I said, oh, he's at his dad's house. But she was not at his dad's house. My little sister was watching him. See, little things like that. Like, I have no reason to lie. But, bitch, I just be lying. Like, for what, dude?
Oh, my God.
Tell me why, you know.
Oh, my God.
Tell me why.
What?
And so, because I was at this party with my sister, and my little sister was watching both my son and her two babies. She was babysitting all three of them. And my sister comes up and, like, you know, joins our conversation. And then she starts saying, oh, my God, I'm surprised that Emma hasn't texted us yet, you know, to say anything about the babies. And then she turns over to the girl and she's like, oh, yeah, our little sister is watching our kids right now. And I was like...
Did she say anything?
No, she didn't call me out or nothing. She was just like, oh, how cool. And she was like, oh, she just continued the conversation with her, like, oh, like, how many kids you have? But, like... But I know in that moment she caught it like, bitch. For what? Like, what was the reason?
I would have been like, oh my God, I'm a dumbass. She's with my little sister. I was like thinking that like she was with
not the day.
him. Sorry, wrong day.
Dude, honestly,
Wrong
at
day.
the same time, I also don't give a fuck. I just kept the conversation going too. I pretended like
nothing happened.
nothing. Yeah, but dude, I was like, damn. But in that moment, I was like, you know, these are the times that I'm like, why do I lie? You know?
Sometimes when I'm caught off guard, like if I'm not paying attention, someone says like, oh, are you doing that? I'm like, yeah. Like, I'll just be like, I'll agree with anything. If they're like,
me
like
too.
if I'm really zoned out and someone says something, I'll be like, and they're like, right? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, no, yeah, period.
No,
I'm
yeah,
like,
period.
yeah,
Facts.
like I agree with you. And then like they'll be like, you didn't wear any finish them. And I was like, oh, sorry.
Oh, just kidding.
My friend lies like that too. Like we went to a store and we got like, you know, those little like bobbleheads that like people collect. We went to that store and she wanted the specific, I think he's from BTS, this person, and when she got to the front, the girl was like, oh my God, do you have a collection of these? She's like, yeah, I do have all of them. This is my last one. And then when she said that, I kind of was like, I'm like, this is gonna be her first. And I was like,
but okay.
So then when we were leaving, she's like, I need to be stopped. She's like, I have no reason to lie to her, but I did. And I was like, oh my God.
Dude, I'm laughing because what if in her mind, because she works at that store, she would have been like, but this and this and this one has been out of like stock for a long time.
No, it's like she knew she was lying. She's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, she knew, huh?
She's like, fucking liar.
She's like, fucking lying as trick. That's fucking funny. I'm pretty sure this is probably not the first time people have probably at least in their brains like caught me. Cause bitch, I probably need to go to like lying rehab or something. Little white lies. Like I don't lie to hurt people. Like if I know it's something big, like will hurt someone, like I don't lie like that. But when it like I said, like this little example, like I told this girl my baby daddy was watching him, but no, like my little sister was. And it's like little things like that, like miento for no reason.
I get that. Sometimes it's just easier. Like instead of not thinking like, oh, where is she actually like with her dad?
Literally, I feel like that's what happened because I don't want to be a bitch, but like the conversation was just kind of like. I was like, okay, like trying to get it going, like, you know, and so I feel like I was just like, like
let me throw in a light of spice things.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I don't feel like. I mean, I lie too, but
also,
to my parents.
girl, I hope these aren't sensitive because my tripas are going off the hook. Right
Really? I could not tell.
I haven't heard it.
Yeah, I'm like, y'all better not be listening.
Oh my! I'm like, Saul, you better fix this audio if you can.
No,
I haven't heard it. No.
Okay, period.
Did you eat?
What? Yeah, except I'm starting to like get hungry again. So I'm like,
oh, shoot.
Pero I'm sorry for interrupting. Continue.
No, you're good.
You said that you don't really lie, but
I mean, I do, but I feel like I always lie to my parents because what is that saying?
Sometimes.
No, I
sneaky.
Yeah.
Strict parents make sneaky kids.
Yeah.
No, I genuinely believe that's how I started lying because I had to constantly lie to my parents.
And honestly, my lies are fucking believable.
Mine too, bitch.
Because like when my friends need an excuse, like, oh, my parents aren't gonna, I'm like, just tell them this and this and this, and then they're like, that was really good, and I'm like, yeah, because I like my parents.
Like I know.
Like I'd get home from like a party or something, and they'd start asking me questions, and obviously I had to lie. So bam, on the spot, I had to come up with like my brain like credible, like short lies that aren't too exaggerated and too simple that they don't work. Like they have to be just the right amount.
Yep. Period.
Like when I was like, oh, no estás. Oh, and she's like, oigo que estás en la casa. I'm like, yeah, ya voy manejando la casa. Girl, I'm on my way to a party.
Stop.
Yeah, girl.
And she's like, oh, sí, ¿a qué horas vas a llegar? I'm like, en un ratito.
No te preocupes,
I'm like,
acuéstate,
Don't worry,
mami.
man.
I'm like, voy a manejar un rato nomás antes que agarre de comer para despejarme la mente.
It's always, vamos a ir a comer. Like, después.
Yeah.
It's
Or
always
like, porque
that.
andan, salimos a comer.
Yeah.
And I was like, or I'll be like, I loved it when my friends would give me rice. I'm like, me dieron raite, ¿cómo les iba a decir que ya me llevaron a la casa si
Ajá.
todos estamos ahí comiendo?
Quieren ir a
Yeah.
comer.
I'm like, me da
Dude.
vergüenza.
Oh no, my parents
One
would not give a
time-
fuck.
Dude,
Your
one
ass is
time,
home.
one time I lied about that que fuimos a comer. And bitch, we didn't. I was somewhere else. And then when I got
Like-
home, I completely forgot, bitch.
Please don't tell me you're
that
talking about it.
I completely forgot que I had told my mom que fuimos a comer. Bitch, y llegué a la casa arrasando en la cocina, bro. Trague y trague, like everything. My mom walks in, she's like, ¿no que acababas de ir a comer? And I was like, no, sí fui, pero el menú como que no me gustó.
That's what I say
so
too.
I was like, I just got like a little appetizer. Y dije, no, pues I veo lo que hay en la casa. And she was like, oh, okay. But like,
No, yeah.
ooh,
with my
like
mom-
little things like that, you just have to push it out of your
No,
ass.
yeah, like sometimes I get home and I'm like, me voy a hacer algo. She's like, no comiste. And I'm like, ay, sí, pero era cosa como de vegetariano, así como que no me gustó.
Yeah,
And I'll be like, oh, como que lo
that's a
mordí. And I'm
good
like,
one.
sabes que no me gusta tanto, like, las verduras, así, necesito carne, necesito algo.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, I see.
Yeah.
No.
Dude, literally. So we're gonna offer a new service now. If you need a live for any reason, just drop
Yes.
it down in the comments. Me, Comadre, and Michelle here will give you
We
the
love
best lie
lying. We're your
possible.
lying experts. So give us
Yeah.
a situation and we'll come up with
Yeah,
lies for
baby.
you.
Yes, or
I
you
love
can
it.
call our hotline 1-800-320-7744.
Besties hotline. Call now. Be like, hey, so what's that lie that you need? No.
I'm like,
Okay, we got
Doing
you. We got
ASMR.
you right now. Hold on, we're gonna regroup. We're gonna put you on hold. Hey. Welcome to Besties Lie 101, where we will lie for you. Period. Boom.
everyone's like, memories. Everyone's like, I should call him. This is your sign. Call him.
Call him bestie.
Damn. You're a
Well,
fire.
I think that wraps it up,
Think
you
that
guys. Thank you so much
Hola,
for
hotlines.
Jesus for joining us
Thank
again.
you.
We truly
I
love
love
having
that.
you
I'm
on.
glad you guys had me on here again.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And thank you, besties, for joining us for another episode. So
We
you want
love-
to close us out?
I was like, we love you. You can find me at exo.tanahara on Instagram and Twitter and Lala Bonjour on TikTok.
And you can find me at bloomingvc.vic on TikTok and Instagram. I realize I've been saying it wrong this whole time. My Twitter is just bloomingvc. I'm sorry, y'all been looking for me. Couldn't find me, y'all. I'm
Like,
so sorry.
she's not here.
Oh, where's she at though? Where is she?
Y'all can find me at Jesus Acevedo X, 43 on TikTok, and then on Instagram it's just Jesus Acevedo X.
And that wraps up our episode.
Bye, besties.
Bye, besties. See you next week.